And they would be like, yeah, but Mike, this is only the beginning for you. And to me, like, I was like, I just got shot in the face with the rocket. Like, this is over for me. Michael Harriman. I was in the Army and I was a sergeant. I served at Fort Riley, Kansas. It's nicknamed the armpit of the Army, and it really is. But the day I enlisted, I just wanted to go into the military at that point. Like, just what I always wanted to do, what I always wanted to be. It's a family tradition going back to 7 Harrimans that died in Tripoli. It's just a tradition that our family. They told me I wasn't going to make it. They told me I had too big of a mouth, I getting too much trouble, all that. My daughter was born just before I went into the military, so I was looking to use the military as a way to take care of my family. You kind of, before you go into the military, you think the military is all like basic training. You know what I mean? And it's not. I enlisted before September 11th. And the day I went to Met, September 11th took place. So I didn't know that there was a big old war and that it was going to be one of America's largest wars. My military experience was a lot different because a lot of people have a lot more training that they get to go do. And for me, I had 2 back-to-back deployments. Military's a different life than it is here. It's super weird, but your time in the military sets your entire life. Like, stuff I learned in the military, I still do to this day. I mean, I call everyone Sir Ma'am. Everyone Sir Ma'am. And people be like, don't call me that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, it's that much in me to call people sir and ma'am. I got to go to Babylon. Babylon's still in Iraq. Like, you can't just go visit Babylon, even still to this day. And whenever I got to go visit in Babylon, like, I got to stand in King Nebuchadnezzar's throne room up on his throne. I got to see cool places that no one else will ever get to see. That's kind of the stuff that I like about the military was I got to do things and see things that no one other people really got to do. On my Fort Purple Heart, I was our unit sniper. I was doing a mission with my security detail. Normally whenever we're through what the mission, like we would call it in, the infantry, basically they come in and they like do raids in the neighborhood to create a distraction. I would get into a Bradley and take off. We call in the infantry unit and they come in and they start their raid and they start kicking in the doors, and me and my security detail go down and we get into the Bradleys, and this one dude, he was sitting in my seat and I had an M107, a Barrett 50 cal, and it's about a 30-pound sniper rifle, and I was like, hey, that's my spot. He's like, oh man, come on. That's like, no, bro. You're not going to make me climb all the way back there with a 30-pound sniper rifle. I'm sorry. It's like, that's my seat. And so I pulled rank on him, and he moved. And we start to go down the road, and I hear, tink. And I was like, what was that? And I actually got mad because I'd been on, it's like a 4 or 5 day mission at that point. And so, like, I was looking to getting off and having some relaxing time. And whenever you get hit by one of them IEDs in the back of them Bradleys, like, you'll get headaches for a couple days and feel sick to your stomach. So I was like, man, I get a couple days off and I'm going to have headaches. And I was almost real mad about that. And I look over and my buddy's like right here and he's asking me if I was okay. And I look over at him and I want to say, I'm fine, man. Get the heck out of my face. Like, but whenever I tried to talk, I just made a gurgling sound. And I was like, what? And I went like this and I put my hands up to my mouth and I felt my tonsils hitting up against my hand. And as I went forward like this, my fingers came out my nose. And I was like, oh man, I'm hurt. And I looked over at the medic and he was frozen. Like he was frozen. And Donnie goes, hey man, aren't you gonna friggin' do something for him, man? He's dying. And that guy looked over at me and goes, "There ain't nothing I can do for us, Sergeant. He's dead." And I was like, "Man, you gotta ignore Mike. Like, you just gotta ignore this guy. You don't know what he's talking about." It took us about 30 minutes to get to our evac point. I remember they opened up the hell hole. There's a little hatch in the back, and it's called the hell hole because they say if you ever have to crawl through it, you've been through hell. And so they tried to drag me through the hell hole, and I'm like, "No, man, I didn't know how far we'd been. Like, I thought we were still there." I went and I pushed everyone away and I tried to take a step, and whenever my foot hit the ground, it was like lightning went through me. And from that moment, I watched everything else like someone was filming it from a movie. The thing that kind of trips me out still to this day to think about is I can remember after my fourth Purple Heart, whatever, I was in the hospital, and the nurses would look at me and they'd give me this look and they would be like, "Yeah, but Mike, this is only the beginning for you." And to me, like, I was like, I just got shot in the face with the rocket. Like, this is over for me. Like, I'm not gonna have to go through anymore. But I didn't realize that they were talking about like the trauma that I went through. I've probably done at least 10 years of counseling. And that's something that was really weird at first because especially back in them days, guys didn't talk to doctors like that. I finally did. And it took me 10 years of therapy to get through that. And I'm glad I did.